Hello?
Hello.
Oh, my God. I mean, you get more and more handsome each time I see you.
Thank you.
Well, you're welcome.
Just a little sneak peek.
Oh, God. Do I get the full show tonight?
Oh, man. We'll see. Boxers and everything.
Boxers? You're not even wearing pants right now?
Oh, I'm in my bed.
You're in your bed?
Yeah, I always do it from my bed.
Oh, my God.
Well, my bedroom, because then the girls can go around and they can all go around the house. If I did it anywhere else, then you'd have people in the background, Randy.
Okay. Well, don't breathe heavy into the mic right now when you just told me you're in bed. For crying out loud.
You got 2 hours, Randy.
Mm-hmm. 2 hours to live.
Well, I guess you're going out with the best voice ever.
Mm-hmm.
Last thing you hear is me going, bye.
Oh, boy. Can you imagine those being the final words I hear from your voice of all things?
Beautiful.
I mean, it would be even better if your ghoulish face was right over top of mine, leering. You look like a children's toy that somebody cursed to life.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm very marketable.
Oh, is that what we're calling it? Marketable. Great. Got a very
children's toys. Children's toys are marketable.
Chucky was marketable too, and we saw how that worked out.
What was he called? Buddy? What was his? No, what was his name? My buddy? Your buddy?
No, my buddy was the real toy. Chucky was like.
Yeah, what was Chucky's?
I don't know.
My buddy was real.
My guy or something.
I used to have a my buddy.
Shut up! No, you didn't.
Yeah, you didn't?
No, I wasn't weird.
Ah, well, I don't know. I had Teddy Ruxpin. I had Snoopy. I had all the talking dolls.
Man, you had quite the rogues gallery. Your best friends.
Yeah.
No wonder you walk up to people and think they're always your best friend, because you grew up with
right.
everything talking to you at all times, and you're like, well, this must be the way life is. I got to talk to everything.
Rolled over and Teddy Ruxpin was singing lullabies to me.
Good morning, Tommy. It's time to commit your first murder.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yes, Teddy. I will. I'm somewhat jealous. I could care less about my buddy, but Teddy Ruxpin, I kind of wanted, never got.
Oh, I have to talk to old Debbie about that.
Right? Very deprived, I am. I carry that scar with me to this very day.
Oh, I know you would.
Yeah. I've been wanting to tell you this, Tommy.
Uh-oh.
I mean, this is directed squarely at you, so I hope
boy.
I hope you take it in. Drink it in, will you?
I hope the listeners like it.
Drink in this milkshake.
Oh, I drink your milkshake.
Yeah. Tommy, some people enter your life and you're truly blessed to know them. They enrich your life in every single way, shape, or form. And you can't imagine your existence without them in your own life. Then there's people like Tommy, and with those people, you just shake your head and wonder what you did to deserve such punishment.
Yet you keep coming back.
I can't quit you. I can't. You're like my own. This is what I decided today. You're like my own personal Jimmy Olsen.
Who's Jimmy Olsen?
You don't know who Jimmy Olsen is. Oh, my God.
Nope.
Let me tell you who Jimmy Olsen is.
Oh, boy. Story time.
That's right. Sit back. Jimmy Olsen is Superman's best friend.
Oh.
Well,
didn't get much airtime, huh?
Yeah, well, allegedly he's his best friend, because I can't imagine Superman giving him that title.
Right. Yeah, right.
It seems like something that Jimmy Olsen would kind of just latch onto and assume.
Yeah.
And use it.
Yeah, he's the only one that ever claimed the position.
Yeah, he even had his own series for a while called Superman's Best Friend, Jimmy Olsen. I'm like, well, that's a bit conceited.
We'll see about that.
Yeah, you might be in Superman's MySpace top 8s, but best friend, really? I don't know about that.
I thought Superman's girlfriend was his best friend.
I would assume so, right?
That's the way it should be.
I mean, everyone's significant other is their bestie. Am I wrong or am I right?
You were right.
Yeah, because if I said anything otherwise, I'd get punched straight in the face. But I mean, Jimmy Olsen, who do you think you are? Like, Superman is the most powerful man in the world, and this dork thinks that you should just hang out with him and be his best friend and like talk sports and whatnot.
Yeah.
Superman's got better things to do, buddy. Like I can imagine, Jimmy walking around and walking up to chicks and be like, you know that Superman, right? Yeah, he's my best friend. You know, he's Jimmy Olsen is kind of like the third hanger on in Lil Wayne's posse.
Why wasn't he like Boy Wonder?
Why wasn't he a superhero?
Yeah. Well, Robin's not really a superhero, right?
No, he is. He kicks as much ass as Batman.
Yeah, but they don't really have superpowers.
No, neither does Batman.
Right. So why couldn't Jimmy Olsen just be like Boy Wonder?
Well, I'll tell you why. First of all, he's a ginger, so that's already a strike against him.
I thought you were going to say he was like disabled or something.
Oh, no, he's not disabled, other than he's a ginger, and that's quite across the bear. He's got these dumb freckles. He wears a bow tie at all times.
Oh, I like this guy.
Oh, you like him, huh? He takes pictures. He's a photographer.
Oh, I like him more.
Okay. But he's always getting into trouble, though, and that Superman really has to bail his ass out. Like,
so he is his best friend.
I don't know. It's more of a sense of responsibility, right? Like if
Superman does it, nobody else will, huh?
Yeah, like if you claim to be my best friend, I'd try to pull you out of pickles all the time, I think.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm your best friend, Randy.
Okay, well, we'll see what kind of trouble you get in. Well, this Jimmy Olsen, he was always fucking around and getting in trouble, and that Superman was always like, God damn it. I'm just trying to save this world here, this entire existence, and this dumb kid is getting turned into a giant turtle man. Like, who does that? How does that even happen? Fucking Jimmy Olsen.
Did that happen?
Oh, it happened.
Yeah. That's weird.
Like
he got the secret of the ooze, huh?
Right. Like the other thing is, like Jimmy could contact him. He had a direct line to Superman at all times, kind of like you do to me. And
yeah, like a cell phone before cell phones.
Yeah, he had some sort of stupid fucking watch or something. Who knows? But I think it was. I think it was more like Superman could kind of screen his calls that way. Because I have a phone full of old numbers of people I don't talk to anymore and never will. But I kind of just keep them on there so I don't accidentally answer the phone for the wrong person.
I've done that.
Yeah, right? So
there's a block button now, though.
Yeah, right? Oh, it's Jimmy calling. Oh, I'll let it go to voicemail. Let's get back to playing Battleship, Lois,
There you go.
You got to play Battleship with Lois because she can be a battleship. That's what I hear on the streets.
That's what I thought his best friend. I was trying to think of her name. Lois Lane.
Gotta be, right?
Mm-hmm.
Fucking Jimmy Olsen. Like, Superman, help, I grew a gigantic beard. That actually happened. Like, God damn it, Jimmy. I'm just trying to save all of reality here. It's called
puberty. Did that really happen?
Yeah. It's called puberty. Learn to love it.
A big old ginger beard, huh?
I think it was a big old black beard, actually.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Keep it, Jimmy. Why wouldn't you keep a big old black beard? I have a big old black beard. Well, mine's kind of gray sometimes.
That's how you know Jimmy Olsen lives in a fictional universe. A ginger growing a big, awesome black beard? Get out of here. Oh, my God. Jimmy Olsen, why don't you go kick rocks? That's what I have to say.
Oh.
Yeah, kick rocks. Strong words, right?
Mm-hmm. Especially for the 50s, yeah.
Mm-hmm. But I think... Here's the bottom line. What I think, why Jimmy Olsen exists as a character. I almost said as a human being, but that's not exactly true, right?
Right. I keep it real.
I'm getting all wrapped up in my own narrative here. Holy cow. What's real and what's fake? Who can tell? But I think Jimmy Olsen serves a valuable purpose. Tommy, do you know what that is?
The fall guy, the dumb guy, the sidekick. Like I do to you?
Close. I think he's the everyman, relatable guy that sometimes gets stuck in remarkable situations. And that's you, Tommy.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Sometimes I do remarkable things.
Yeah, exactly. And I am the all-powerful alien above it all. See, it fits. Drop that beat, D-boy.
Hello.
We're drinking summer shandy on Thursday. We so motherfucking out here, though. We never been this out here. Woo! So strange when it's changing the speed. What you know about Leonard Skinner? The whacker the intro, the hotter the verse every time, baby. I've seen the hard times and the pressures been on me. Well, I've been working like a working man do. Got my act together, gonna walk all over you. Pressure pushing down on me, pushing down on you. Shit, let's raise the roof. Woo! About time, it's the era of the rebels. Cloud 9 in the air up in the vessels. Generation fearless, got a taste for weirdness. Flow on fire, that's the way my beard is. Hard times, jump starting the grind. It's all good, y'all. Things fall apart sometimes. Let it go, let me know when you're ready, though. Don't push me, cuz until the edge I'm close. When the time comes, ride for something. Or live to be 90, then just die for nothing. Speak their heart, your baby, speak their mind. And I'ma play their part, and I'ma freak that rhyme one time for you. Rhyme one time for you. I'm an island, man. There ain't nothing else by me, man. And I drink enough whiskey to float a battleship around this bitch any motherfucking how. Wow.
Welcome to the Miserable Retail Slave Show. We're coming to you from the Pod Shack outside beautiful Flint, Michigan, USA. My name is Randy. Tommy's over there, and your name is awesome for tuning in this week.
All right.
Excuse me? I'm really hyping up the folks. How dare you? I don't even know what. Go ahead. Say what you were going to say. Because you just.
No, I only speak when spoken to.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, I was just making sure you weren't going to say anything.
Almost did.
And your name is awesome for tuning in to your favorite Big Dumb Comedy Show this week. Thank you so much, Tommy. What is happening in your world?
We got my daughter a car, which is really cool and it's really exciting. I have a couple cysts on my shoulder that are pretty cool if you're into that kind of thing.
Yeah, that's pretty sexy. I like it when you get obnoxious, abnormal growths all over your body. It's pretty cool.
I have possibly a job interview tomorrow. They said they hope they might call me by the end of the week, but if not, it sounds like it's probably going to be Monday. So that's pretty cool.
Holy crap! You got so much going on. Like you have, your daughter has a new car; she can drive in the woods again. You have.
Oh, don't say that! Don't jinx! No jinx in that.
You have two gigantic growths on your shoulders, and yeah, you're going to be an employed man.
Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know if that's we save that for later in Randy's career fair, or we talk about it now.
We can talk about it now if you so choose.
Okay. It's a position for a manager, Randy. A manager. I like Manager John.
Yeah, but well, the difference is Manager John is actually fit to manage other people, whereas you can't even take care of your own self. So I don't know how you're going to manage somebody else's existence.
Shh, they might be listening.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't. I didn't want to drop a huge spoiler to your soon-to-be employers, but Tommy's kind of a worthless shit.
Hey,
what?
I do good when I'm getting paid for it. So
okay, all right. That's why we have a Patreon page. I'm trying to pay you so you do better on this program.
Yeah, I'll be a OnStar manager, so that'd be fun. I train people. I train salespeople how to pitch OnStar to their customers, and then I get to set up contests and stuff to make sure that they're actually doing it for like incentives and spiffs and all that fun stuff.
Yeah, well, how pitch me on OnStar, because I didn't even know that anybody had OnStar. I told you
Yeah.
this. Like, who in the
I
world
don't
actually
know.
has this?
I don't know. I haven't been trained yet. I don't know.
Okay, sure.
I guess it's hands free. How about that?
Oh, good one. That's
You can use it as a GPS system too. I did not know that.
Why don't
I
you-
thought it was just like if you're upside down in a car or something, then
right. Yeah, why don't you go ahead and put that in your back pocket? Hands free. That seems like a useful phrase.
Right. I'm sure, a couple people, including yourself, has asked me like, who uses OnStar? And I'm sure they have a marketable spiel that they'll train me on, and then I'll come back and answer.
Spiel.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's a sales word, Randy.
Oh man. Yeah, I mean, I'm not a thrifty salesman like yourself, so I don't know these things. The bad thing, on the one hand, here's the con. I don't know anybody that uses OnStar. But the pro is you got a wide open market because nobody uses OnStar. So, shit.
I think that's where I come in at.
Yeah. You have 330 million potential customers in this country because none of them have it. So, maybe one of them needs it.
I guess it's been a job position for 19 years and holding. So,
yeah, because people are constantly getting fired because nobody's buying this OnStar.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I don't know. I know a person that works there, and she tells me it's a good job, and so I don't know. Sounds fun to me.
How many OnStars has she sold?
I don't know. I don't know her that well. She just does comedy as well. So
great. This is what you people do,
right?
I mean, you're having a big week, Tommy. It's also been a big week for some other folks, like Howard Stern re-signed with Sirius XM for 5 more years. Bob Dylan sold his entire song catalog for $300 million. Holy crap. Old rich dudes getting richer. So beautiful. What a great thing. What a remarkable thing.
Dylan's the worst, except for, I mean, I like his songs when other people sing them.
No, I like Bob Dylan. He's a acquired taste, though. I can understand how you wouldn't like somebody who sounds like they're deep-throating gravel and razor blades when they sing, but,
yeah.
Like I said, acquired taste.
I don't know. I like Springsteen. I like Tom Waits. I like Warren Zevon.
Wait a minute. Hold on. You Springsteen, okay. I like Springsteen. I also like Tom Waits. However, Tom Waits is like a million times more of a garbled fuck than Bob Dylan is. And you like him more than Bob Dylan?
I can't. There's something about Dylan. I think it's just other stories. There's never a good story about Bob Dylan. It's always about him being an asshole.
Yeah, he's got that reputation of being arrogant. Even you look at him and you're like, oh, look at that arrogant little elf.
Right. Look at the schnoz on that arrogant little elf.
You know what really seems weird to me?
What?
That he'd sell all those songs to some obscenely large company at this stage of the game.
Yeah, I mean, maybe he's just taking care of his 5th generation grandkids.
Yeah, maybe. However, I'm thinking about poor Jacob Dylan of the Wallflowers just sitting over there getting shunned by his dad. Like, Dad, I could have used those songs, Dad.
Right. Well, I like One Headlight more than any Bob Dylan song. So.
Hey, 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 give me those songs. I need a hit record.
The Wallflowers, that's right.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that was a great song.
I feel bad for Jacob Dylan. How is Jacob Dylan even doing? Can we get a check on him? A welfare check, please?
He's probably producing albums or something.
When I Googled the Bob Dylan selling his soul to the big corp, I saw Levi Dylan pop up, and I was like, who's this boy? Because I thought it was one of Bob Dylan's sons, and no, it's Jacob Dylan's son, and boy, is he a handsome man. But he's not a singer. He's a actor and model. However, I think that's what every single offspring of some whatever semi-famous person calls themselves. Like, I'm an actor model. I'm an actor model. I don't do a whole lot other than lounge around and sponge off my dad's legacy and money.
He gets me a bit part now and then.
Yeah. I mean, I wish I could be an actor and model. I mean,
Go do it.
Well, I don't have a rich papa.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the only thing stopping me.
Sure.
That and I'm homely AF.
Yeah, I like Jacob Dylan. I like Bob Dylan's writing and the band. The band is like my all-time favorite band. So
the band.
And they did some Dylan songs that I just think that they did them way better than what he did, and they were his backup band for quite a while. Well, I shouldn't say quite a while, but for some time. And then it's funny because the drummer of the band, Levon Helm, has always been one of my idols, and since I was a little wee boy, and I watched a biography the other day on him, and he left the band because he couldn't stand being the backup drummer couldn't stand being the drummer for Dylan. So that's funny.
Man, what a prick.
Well, no, it was he blamed it on well, they weren't doing their own music, which he always wanted to do, which makes sense. You're an artist. You want to create something of your own.
I can respect that, yeah.
And it was when Dylan turned electric and they went on tour, and the fans just hated it. So they were just like getting booed and shit thrown at him every night. So he's like, fuck this.
Can you imagine?
They eventually coaxed him back, and then they went out on their own.
Can you imagine that was like the biggest fucking scandal to ever rock the nation at that point? Because Bob Dylan plugged in his guitar and everyone went buck wild.
It started the Vietnam War.
Okay.
I mean, apparently, right?
Sure. Absolutely.
I think it was like right around the same year or so.
I mean, thanks a lot, Bob Dylan.
Yeah.
Can you believe, like, him and the Beatles were like the most popular thing in all of America on the radio? That blows my mind.
Yeah. I mean, the British invasion, I guess. Yeah, and then right, the Beatles, and then and Dylan, and
he was the most popular American artist there was. It's stupid. I don't get it.
Yeah, he's from Minnesota, I do believe.
He is. This
Robert Zimmerman.
Yeah, this is the Bob Dylan Radio Hour.
We did Tom Selleck last week. This week we do Dylan.
Yeah, exactly.
We talk about men in their 60s.
Uh-huh.
Well, Dylan's got to be in the 70s now, right?
He's got to be in his 80s almost, probably.
Yeah, I think you're probably right.
He's an ancient old dwarf. I don't know why I assume he's just a tiny man, but I assume he's a tiny man. I don't know why. Something about him.
I mean, his arm's about the size of a pool cue, so.
Okay. I've never tried to arm wrestle him, so I don't know. You know good old Bobby Z better than I, so.
His nose is the biggest thing on his body.
Okay. Is that some sort of, I don't know. Stop bullying Bob Dylan, Tommy.
He's not listening. He's okay. I'm sure he can wipe his tears with $1 million bill.
Yeah. I'm gonna make a whole movement out of you on the social media because you're bullying Bob Dylan. I don't think it's right.
Hey, any press is good press.
I agree with that. Keep on being controversial, son.
I'm a wild card.
Hell yeah. Get us those sweet DLs. Downloads, that is. Tommy, this is a new segment. I'm going to call it Headline This because this is going to be a thing where I want people, I'm going to test your improv skills, Tommy.
Oh, boy.
But I'm also going to post this on social media, too. And I think the winner of it, the person who comes up with the best headline puns for this story that I'm about to tell you, will get a free month on the Patreon page in which we are posting exclusive full-length epis. Huh?
Yeah.
Go to that patreon.com. We've got a full-length episode there already called Call Fran, in which Tommy got in deep trouble and went to the courts.
Yep, yeah, sure did. It all worked out in my favor, but you'll have to listen to see how I had to get rowdy.
Yeah, well, that's how you get sometimes. You've been known to fly off the chain once in a while.
Only when appropriate.
Only when appropriate.
When it be.
I mean, you don't see Tommy getting rowdy just on a whim. It's got to have a real cause to it.
Always justified.
Always justified. That's his motto. Tommy always justified Thompson. That's what they call him on the streets.
Yeah.
One time he was in a gang, and that's what they called him. Always justified.
Sure.
Yeah. He's got it tattooed on his shoulder blades, in fact.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right. AJ.
Yeah. Anyways, we've got a full-length episode on that, patreon.com. Patreon.com/miserable retail slave, cheap hype. And we're going to do another one in a little bit after we record this epi. We are so prolific anymore. Holy cow.
Working men.
We're trying to really make a difference in this world. The reason we have a Patreon page, because we want to, we want to pay for this program, and we want to make money doing it. And if we make enough money, we'll do this program like, I don't know, 4 times a week or something. It'd be great. So give us thousands upon thousands of dollars, and that's the fate you will bring upon the world.
Big dreams. Big dreams.
I mean, you got to have big dreams, high hopes, goals, and such.
I had to have high hopes.
You got to be like a Panic at the Disco man once in a while. Here is a story I'm going to talk about, and this is the... I think we'll talk about it, and then you can headline it afterwards, Tommy, okay? How about that?
Okay.
So pay attention. Okay. So pay attention, folks, and take some notes and really ponder the best possible headline, and you could win a full free month of Patreon. How about that? So here it is. It's called, I saw this today in a video posted by ABC News, because thank you, ABC News. This is the news we need to hear in these desperate times. The headline was, Meet China's Iron Crotch Kung Fu Masters.
What?
Yeah, that's right.
Iron crotch?
Yes. Iron Crotch Kung Fu Masters. I mean, there has to be a porn parody out there of Iron Man called this, right?
I already know the headline.
Okay, but I'm going to finish the story anyways.
Okay.
In this video that I watched, a 65-year-old Chinese man stood there and gets repeatedly blasted in the junk by a swinging log. This is what I watched. Later in the video, there was footage of a rather large man, because why would you get a small man? You have to get the largest man possible, taking that log and basically pulling it back and pushing it forward into the man's naughty bits.
God.
Yeah. What you would think at this point, after being smashed repeatedly by huge logs, would be naughty bits and pieces. Thank you very much, folks. The log weighs 90 pounds, and the ends of it are covered in steel. I mean, yeah, I guess so you don't get splinters in your wood, right?
Mm-hmm.
I know, I'm awesome, right?
Yeah, you should be writing the headlines.
I should be, but I'm not. I was at this party one time, and there was these two guys from the military on leave, and me and my friend were talking to them, and I don't know how they got started, but the one stood there, spread his legs, yelled at the other one, "Go!" and the other one teed off and field goal kicked the other one in the nuts.
Ugh.
And then the other one stood there and took it too. They did this like 5 times.
And
I
America's best.
Yeah, and I winced and I cringed each time. And after they were done, they slammed beers together and chugged and yeah, bro, you know.
It's not all they did together.
Yeah. And they were like, "Oh yeah, you don't want to mess with us. We're tough." This is what these people said to me. I'm like, "No, I don't want to mess with you." Not at all. Not after that righteous display of freedom.
Wasn't going to mess with you in the first place there.
Partner. I mean, I tend to mind my business. You didn't have to go kick yourself in the balls 15 times for me to prove a point.
At least they looked at you as a threat, huh?
Apparently so. I guess that's their defensive posture.
Go on the offensive.
Yeah. Look what I can do.
Yeah.
What a great skill.
Make that voice too.
Yeah. So the Kung Fu Master in the video, I shit you not, and I swear this isn't a parody from like The Onion or something. This was on ABC News. The Kung Fu Master in the video, his name is Wang Lito Wang.
Yeah, and he gets hit in the balls a lot.
Yeah, but he doesn't speak in a permanently high-pitched voice like you would assume. And his thing is, as long as you push yourself, you will feel great afterwards.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Sure.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I mean, like sword swallowers, I don't know how you get to train for this or how you look at it and think, what the hell? I wouldn't mind getting my crotch shattered by some tree trunks on the daily. Why not? Seems like a great thing.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it depends on how much you hate yourself.
I guess.
I mean, you want to do that self-harm, you're really masochist, then go for it.
I suppose that's probably an entire metaphor for 2020 right there in an image. A fat dude that you see in those classic just standing there getting blasted in the junk by a log. That's pretty much 2020.
Yeah, right?
Like that.
Over and over again.
Yeah, that fat dude you used to see in those old clips getting blasted in his big fat gut with that cannonball. You remember those?
Yep. Oh, yeah. Yep.
Dude's a pansy compared to this.
Yeah, he couldn't go lower.
Yeah.
Speak to the sensei.
Yeah, speak to the sensei, pony boy. The iron crotch practice style is practiced in order to teach the practitioner how to brush off pain to the weakest parts of the body through breathing techniques. So I suppose that's kind of handy, I guess. I don't know.
Do that. What else what would be able to hurt you?
That's what I'm saying. Believe it or not, the style used to be a little bit popular and has started to fade away because, I don't know, people started getting concerned that fewer and fewer people would survive learning this technique.
Getting some permanent damage, were they?
I mean, I think there's a hard learning curve on this sort of thing, I would assume. Wang, the sensei, his dream is for more people in the country and around the world to devote themselves to this style of kung fu so that iron crotch never dies. Go ahead. Headline that, Tommy.
Sensei's balls of steel.
That's all you got? Oh,
I don't know.
You really hyped it up.
Yeah, well, I didn't realize you were going to. I heard iron crotch, and I was like, well, that'd be funny if we say steel, but then you actually said steel.
I mean, you had like 15 minutes to come up with something else, and you refused to do so.
No, I was talking to you.
Okay. All the listeners, all the people, come up with a headline for that, would you? Could you? You should.
Yeah, I can come up with more. I don't claim to be no improv artist. I actually hate improv. Ugh. I'm kind of a wordsmith here and there, but I was in the middle of a conversation as well. So I don't think that's that bad for carrying on the conversation with you.
When I say improv, I'm not saying that we're going to pull out a fake prop and really set a scene. That's not what I'm talking about.
Right. You have to say yes and, Randy.
When I used to be a social butterfly in my 20s, periodically you would get around some of those people that, I don't know, you'd be sitting there at the bar and somebody would say something funny like, oh, I just dropped my banana, you know?
Yeah.
And then somebody would
hilarious.
Yeah, somebody would spin this whole scenario out of it. Like these super scenario bros would be like, oh yeah, I dropped my banana. I was like, oh. And what if somebody walked in and they slipped on that banana skin and they went, moo, and you're like, oh, this isn't Super Mario Kart, and you're like, where's my turtle shell? And they're like, moo. And
aren't you glad it was a banana?
Yeah, and they would go on for like 20 minutes about something stupid, and you'd be like, shut up.
Yeah, you're just over there doing shots.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I've never been much of an improv guy, but I get what you're saying. It's a little. I like playing with words a little bit.
You like playing with words, do you?
Words.
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 Oh, you're a good spelling man. You ever been in a spelling bee?
I have. I've never won one.
That's not a shock. How are you?
Yeah. Are you the regional Randy spelling bee? Are you?
Okay, that was great improv right there, wordsmith. How are you at Scrabble? You a good Scrabble man?
I don't think I've ever played Scrabble.
Fuck, you're useless to me. Like,
Candyland.
Candyland, of course you have. Way to be a stereotype, Chubby. Things I learned this week. Have you learned anything this week, Tommy?
I've learned things that annoy me. I found a new one that I got really mad at today. I was coming around a curb and I saw something. And let me ask you the question first.
Wait, you were coming around a curb or a curve?
I'm sorry, a curve with a V.
Okay.
I did say that weird.
I mean, because if you're coming around a curb, I feel like you could see any danger coming your way, but a curve might be a little... Okay.
Yeah. And let me ask you a question first, though. What do people who check their mail in their vehicles do with all their spare time?
I mean, you only have so many hours in the day to smoke that pack of cigarettes, and really you got to get through it so that you can go back the next day and buy some more cigarettes and buy some more scratch-off lotto tickets, because that's a vicious cycle these people are trapped in. They've got to have their cigarettes and their scratch-off lotto tickets, and they're always checking the mail and doing it in the comfort of their own car just in case they find some magical check in there that they have to run real quick to the bank and cash.
I get it. Like if you have a real long driveway, but just pull at the end of your driveway. It just seems so... It seems like an accident waiting to happen to me. I came around this curve, and there was a guy, and he was so pretty far off the road. I mean... But I did have to get into the other lane slightly. And it's like, what if another vehicle was coming around that curve there, Jack?
Yeah, Jack. You know what you needed to do? Because usually when people are checking their mail, the window's going to be down. When you peel by those people, go ahead and go air mail and throw a bag of shit in their window.
The hot coffee.
Is that what they call throwing a bag of shit into a car?
It should be.
It should be.
It absolutely should be.
Yeah.
That's
the hot coffee.
The name of this episode.
Got the hot coffee.
Yeah, a bag of shit should absolutely be called a hot coffee.
You know, I don't know what happened. I was sitting in my vehicle getting my mail, as you do. I'm just sitting there.
Do every day. Yeah, as you do.
As you do. I'm checking the coupons, you know, because I'm on a budget since I retired. I'm just minding my own business, and wham, I got a hot coffee upside the face.
It was a fresh one.
A fresh hot coffee, too. It was an hour old if it was a minute, I tell you.
And it was thrown by one of those Honda cars, not even an American.
Make America great again. This is why Donald Trump is my president, because he tried to get rid of this postal service. You know, that's why I got to get in this goddamn car and drive down and get my mail and waste my time. You know?
Yeah.
Get rid of the mail service. Get rid of the mail service. I don't have to do this. I don't have to waste my fucking time walking down the drive. Oh, that's why I don't walk. Huh. Yeah, I beat you. I beat you, communists, trying to get me to walk to my mailbox. Huh. Let me tell you something. I am American through and through. You understand me? Do you get it? Americans don't walk, we ride. We ride in our goddamned American-made Ford trucks to get our fucking mail. If you have a problem with that, get out of my fucking country.
You got to use that voice more often. I've never heard that before. That's a good one.
Shut up. I'm going to go watch another episode of Last Man Standing because that Tim Allen's a real hoot.
Timothy Dick.
Excuse me?
What's his real name?
Tim Dick?
Timothy Dick.
Tim Dick is his real name? What a... Oh, God.
Yep. Yeah, that old ex-con, you know.
That was my Tim Allen bark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the dumbest thing.
Tim Allen and his... I just saw this the other day, and I brought it up during my impromptu rant there that I had no idea where it was going, but I guess subliminally, I really wanted to talk about Last Man Standing and his stupid sitcom that's on some channel or whatever. I saw some article on some site. I know I'm very specific, but it was talking about Last Man Standing and Tim the Toolman Taylor is crossing over into the Last Man Standing show starring Tim Allen. So Tim Allen's going to act with Tim Allen. It's going to be real. So much Tim Dick. What do you do?
So he's crossing over into his own show?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Wow.
Except he's also bringing back a much more popular character. So.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Yes, sir. I don't think so, Tim.
Didn't that Al die or something? Is he a dead man?
Al Boiler?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't think so.
I think
he hosted Family Feud for Richard Karn.
Richard Karn. Yeah, I think he's deceased from this world.
No, Wilson died.
You're Wilson. You mean the volleyball from Castaway? God damn it.
No, the neighbor.
Oh, yeah.
The old man that always had the best advice for Tim. You only saw the top half of his face?
Well, shit, he is alive. God.
I told you.
He
hosted Family Feud not too long ago.
Somebody must have been passing vicious rumors about him.
No, it said, I know Wilson died. And who knows what happened to the boys.
Man, I bet that Richard Karn really pulled in some tail back in the day.
With his beard.
Well, yeah, he was trendy before anybody else.
It was him and the brawny man.
This is what I learned this week. There's a musician, and I only know this because somebody, on Facebook, occasionally weird shit pops up.
I do.
Somebody said they were interested in attending this event, and this is the only reason I know this isn't a thing. There's a musician out there from North Carolina named Saxquatch.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and I don't know how I don't. I don't know how I don't know about this because over 500,000 people follow his page, so I don't know why I'm such an out of it.
Me too.
Yeah, right. Literally, it's a man in a great-looking monkey suit who wears sunglasses. Every photo, he seems to change up headwear. Sometimes the bandana, sometimes the sombrero.
I love it.
And he plays the saxophone. He really blows on that horn there. Usually in the woods, obviously, like a Saxquatch does. And he posts a lot of videos on the Facebooks and things. And apparently he's a touring act too. Except now, obviously, he's doing it virtually. And he has a merch page. So if somebody wants to buy me a Saxquatch shirt, I am an extra large. So
better than subscribing to our Patreon, huh?
Yeah, exactly. Buy me a shirt instead.
That's what you're going to spend the Patreon money on anyway. So might as well cut out the middleman.
You might as well cut out that middleman. I love that this exists. Just imagine all the world's weird music acts that we don't know about yet.
Oh, I love it. Saxquatch. That's awesome. I love it.
It is awesome. Speaking of apes,
I'm a fan.
What? You're a fan already?
Fan. I don't even know if it's a tenor or alto. I'm a fan.
Okay. Get on board with your brass instruments.
Get on down with it.
Speaking of apes wearing hats, we need to make you a hat man, Tommy. This is what I decided.
I'm a hat man.
Yeah.
I always wear a hat. If I'm not on stage, I'm in a hat.
Yeah, but listen. We need to really peacock you up, Tommy. You need to be flamboyantly photographical. Really make those Instagram photos pop. We need to make you a huge success.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
That sounds terrible.
Well, listen, your trucker hat and your bland face makes you the chameleon of comedy at this point. You blend in amongst all the other scrubby, bearded white guys. We need to make you stand out.
That's who I am.
I know, but so is everybody else. You need to pop. You need to really...
I got to be who I am, Randy. I'm authentic, 100%, through and through.
Jesus.
You want to make me some gimmick?
Yeah, I do want to make you a gimmick.
Blech.
There you go. You can be the
the puke on command, man.
Yes, the puking comedian. I like it.
There's a comedian named Jerdog. Jeremy Danley, I think his last name is, but he goes by Jerdog, and he posted a video, and apparently it was like from 10 years ago, but he actually he like projectile puked all over the audience, and it was great. He didn't mean to do it. He was just wasted.
He didn't mean to do it.
Right. Yeah, it wasn't like part of the gag or anything.
Man, that'll really cement a legacy. How is not?
Yeah.
How does he not have a movie? Is he a movie character? Because I feel like that's something that happens to a character in a movie.
No, he's just like this. I hear he's super cool. I've never met him, but I hear
Interesting.
just like this crazy. He's this crazy road dog comedian, and he was drunk one night, and I guess sick, and puked. Yeah, it's pretty wild.
It sounds pretty wild.
Mm-hmm.
You ever puke on stage, Tommy?
I never have. I don't think I've ever even farted on stage. Not that I recall anyway.
See?
My 14-year-old just yelled through the door, "Tommy sucks, damn it."
She knows. She already knows. She gets
Randy
it.
said, "You know." Oh, Jesus.
See, this is why you need to be the farting comedian. I feel like the farting comedian would get a lot more respect. Imagine the farting comedian wearing a sailor's hat. You'd be even better.
Oh, there we go.
I swear to God, I saw a man marching around in a sailor's hat the other day, and I don't know why. He didn't have a uniform on, but he was...
I know why. It's 2020, that's why.
That's, I guess. I mean, walking around like he's shipwrecked from G.I. Joe. It's ridiculous.
I should have a sailor's hat and a pina colada with like an umbrella in it.
At all times.
At all times.
At all times. Yeah, exactly. That could be your gimmick.
I'm gonna be drunk anyway.
Yeah.
I almost drank for the show tonight. I almost did, but I was like, no.
Yeah, bad things happen when you do that sometimes.
Would have been like old times.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you've lived a life. You ever growl menacingly at the bartender, "Just leave the bottle"? You ever see that? You ever do that? You ever see that in real life, or is that just a movie thing?
I've seen somebody ask for extra nacho cheese in that way, and it was really weird. But I've never seen somebody actually say, "Just leave the bottle" in real life. Nope.
Yeah, that's probably I don't know, against the rules or something.
Right? Yeah. They
think.
probably don't even know what to charge.
Yeah, probably not. And it's really stupid when you see that in the movie. Like the dude goes to the bar to get hammered and just leave the bottle. Like,
yeah.
I'm sure there's a Walmart around in your small dank town. You could probably buy it for $13 and save yourself a load of hassle.
Oh, you can.
Yeah.
For sure.
I think we've passed the age where people even demand that anymore. We're such a soft species these days. Like, you can't trust the upcoming generation to demand the bartender leave the bottle.
Leave the bottle, a fireball.
Yeah, exactly. This this whole bee rabbit generation who lives in the security blanket of a hoodie at all times. My dad.
You can't leave the bottle of some flavored vodka or something.
My dad was saying he was at work like last week or something, and he drives a fork truck, and there's like these younger kids around him, obviously also driving fork trucks, and this one kid wasn't paying attention or whatever, and my dad kind of said, "Hey, watch where you're going," like that. And the kid was wearing a hoodie, and he put his hood up and just kept driving, looking straight ahead.
All you heard his feelings.
Yeah, it's like the turtle defense. I'm hiding in my shell now.
You will not see me cry.
Big feelings can't reach me in here.
That's awesome. I'm sure that's not dangerous either, to cut off your peripheral vision in a fork truck.
I see idiots driving around with their hoods up. I'm like, are you kidding me? You're in your own fucking car. Like,
why? I'm going straight.
Yeah. I don't need to look to both sides.
It's your decision if you're going to stop or not.
I don't tell you what to do. Don't tell me what to do. If you want to stop, stop. If you don't. I don't care.
Yeah. That's an anti-masker way of life.
I was gonna. You want to play a game, Tommy?
Yeah.
I mean, because we were going to do this whole segment, and you really shot me down. I wanted to do a segment of COVID one-liners, and you...
I told you to do it, and then I'll talk about it.
I mean, you were just... You poo-pooed me, though, and you were like...
Well, I do have a rule. I do not make jokes about the virus. I don't think mocking the virus. I don't like jokes about the virus on Facebook either, which is kind of weird.
For a comedian,
it's kind of hard
to have a policy.
What's that?
It's kind of weird for a comedian to have a policy not to talk about the most prevalent thing in society today. Yeah.
I'm not a news comedian. I don't really care to make jokes about what's going on in the present world.
Oh, why don't you give me a strong monologue there, Stephen Colbert?
And but I don't know, I catch myself sometimes like making a quip or liking a quip, and I always have to go back and unlike it. I feel really bad. I do. I like haha at something. I'm like, oh no.
Oh, can't do that.
Yeah, that's throwing bad energy. Then the COVID's coming after me for that one.
Yeah, so
it's like this. It's weird. I'm so full of suspicion. It's crazy.
What a suspicious disease! Holy cow!
I didn't realize how superstitious I was. It's crazy.
It's lurking around with its hoodie up, trying to get you.
Yeah, so it's really hard though not to laugh at or not to even like or haha something on Facebook, especially when I'm drinking.
Right.
Because everything is about the virus right now.
I know. That's weird. Tommy, you must have COVID because you have no taste.
Oh, smell you later. See, I can't smell you right now because I have COVID.
Mm-hmm. Tommy, you have the right to be scared.
I did it. See, I did it. And I'm not, see, you tricked me. I already did it. I made a COVID joke.
I'm very sneaky like that.
Oh, yeah, to knock on wood now. Okay, now we're better.
What's that?
I was knocking on the wood.
Does that scare away the COVID fairy?
I guess.
God.
It's my superstition. It works with see, when you're OCD and superstitious, you kind of have a bad deal going on right now.
The coronavirus is not the Babadook. You can't do weird things to make it go away like that.
Yeah, I don't know. I just keep my energy. I keep my energy focused and hone in on my chi.
Yeah, you have a right to be scared though, Tommy. It's a nefarious disease. But the thing I don't get about it is the time limit thing. Like, you can't be around somebody for more than 15 minutes.
Yeah, I said that like right when it came out. I was like, what? So at like 15:01, you're like in danger?
Right. It's like Aquaman. It used to be that Aquaman, if he didn't get into the water after an hour, he'd die. And I'm like, what happens at 59 minutes and 59 seconds? Is he okay?
Yeah, I never understood. Like, you have to be within 6 feet of somebody for 15 minutes. That's what they consider exposure, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, wait a second. Wouldn't you have a chance of getting it within that 15 minutes? What is it? What's it got to do? Like, you just got to like breathe down somebody's neck for 50. I don't know. Want
to be a real baby badass? Play chicken with the corona. See how close you can get to that 15-minute limit before you bail.
That's what some people are. They're going over the limit. I see them out there. All these people out there acting like, well, if I just ignore it, it's not real. Like pelicans with their heads in the damn sand.
Yeah. Fucking pelicans.
Never did. Flamingos.
Pelicans have no idea about the coronavirus. That's what I know.
I don't think animals are aware. Maybe we should try to figure that out.
Somebody told me the common mink can get the coronavirus.
The hell's a mink? I've heard that before.
They make jackets out of it and shit.
Yeah. I don't know. Where are they? Australia?
Who knows? Rich people's closets. That's all I know.
Cruella de Vil.
Yeah, exactly. Not only is it a Me Too virus, like you can't touch anyone, but it is also a Save the Animals virus. You can't even kill little minks anymore.
I heard. I try not to watch the news, but I watch Jeopardy every night because I'm a smart boy. Mm-hmm. And I actually ran a category tonight. I got every single one of them right.
Was that what they fucking call it? I ran a category. Is that what they call it in the biz?
It is. And I will say the 3 contestants did not. I was the only one that got all of them right in the category. I was very excited. But I don't know if I ever did that before. So I probably would have won the game, Randy. But I don't think I got Final Jeopardy right. No, I didn't. But yeah.
Anyway. You would have been the asshole that bet it all. I'm on a roll.
YOLO.
It's Final Jeopardy. How can I lose?
I know everything.
I ran a category. Why not?
But the thing is that the CBS Nightly News is right on before Jeopardy. And what's the CBS Nightly News about for the past 9 months? The pandemic. And it was yesterday. I was watching, like 6:55 because Jeopardy comes on at 7 Eastern Time Zone, CBS. And for those following at home,
the living TV guide, ladies and gentlemen.
And I remember those things.
Yeah.
And the guy they had some doctor on there, and like I said, I was trying not to pay attention, but it was there, and I was sitting down waiting for Alex Trebek to come on one of the final times, and they were interviewing this one of the head guys of the vaccine. They were like, "Well, you need to warn people that once they get the vaccine, you still have to social distance and you still have to wear masks." I was like, "What the fuck? Why are we getting the vaccine then?"
Yeah, I know that doesn't make sense to me either. Like,
it doesn't make sense at all. Like, what?
What?
Like, if you have the vaccine and I have the vaccine, sure, I'm not going to come to your house because I don't like to, but I would like to go to other people's houses.
Yeah. Like, does it just...
I was kidding, Randy. I will come back. We'll go to the pod shack.
Like, does it just cling to your body like cigarette smoke? And you can just... it just hitches a ride on you and, thanks for the lift. I'm going to go infect that motherfucker.
Yeah, I don't get it. I guess that's all I heard, like then it was over, but it was like a warning or something, but I have to look into it more, but it's just like a dumb thing to say. It's like, there's got to be a lot more to it. It's got to be for like until so many percentage of people get the vaccine or something, but it's like, why are we all rushing out to get the vaccine? Why are people eager to get the vaccine if you still have to social distance and you still have to wear masks?
Yeah, don't be an eager beaver and don't give a damn. Like, just hold out. Never get vaccinated. Tommy's an anti-vaxxer all of a sudden.
I'm not. I'm probably gonna. That's why I said I got to look into it more. But it just didn't. I was all about it, and then I was just like, in the past week, I was like, yeah, I'll get the vaccine, whatever. I don't care. Big deal.
I'm gonna be.
And then no.
I'm gonna be lurking. I'm gonna be lurking in bushes and fucking shooting syringes at people like blow darts, getting them vaccinated. I want everybody to get rid of this thing so I can live life again and go to a goddamned bar.
But apparently you can't. Apparently you still have to social distance and you still have to wear masks.
I will burn down this entire universe. I need it to get back to normal.
They didn't say for how long. That's why I said I got to look into it more. But they were like, we want to warn people that once you get the vaccine, you still have to wear masks and you still have to. I'm like, what? What the fuck? Nobody's gonna get this thing then.
This is the ultimate punishment for the most impatient society that the world has ever seen.
I told you guys smartphones were gonna ruin everything. I said it 15 years ago.
I mean, telling Americans not to go out and to wear a mask and do the right thing is like telling a toddler not to push a button.
Oh my God, it's so true.
It's the exact same thing. Don't push that button. Don't you dare push that button.
Yeah, and then they just push it over and over and cackle at you.
Yeah, and then
it's the worst. I don't understand what's so fucking hard about wearing a mask. I don't get it. I can wear one constantly. I don't want to because I want to live normal life, but it's not hard. All these people walking around acting like we're the sissies. We know they work. Quit saying they don't work. And the worst thing is, the worst argument, the dumbest argument, and I see it 10 times a day on Facebook.
Listen, how do you know they work? Because I'll have you know that Harold, who I went to high school with and got straight C's, told me that they don't. So
right, the guy that was 22 in our junior year has decided that they don't work. Yeah,
I'll never forget. I was in 7th grade and I had a geography class with this girl named Bree. She sat next to me and she was 16 years old. In 7th grade.
She brought her triplets to class.
And people were asking her if she was going to drive to school and stuff. It was like having an adult in the classroom that wasn't the teacher. It was like Billy Madison. It was amazing.
We had an 8th grader. He's actually a cool guy, and he turned out to be a great guy. I don't know but we had an 8th grader that drove his Mustang to school all the time.
God.
So he's a good dude, and he's got a family, and he's got his own business, and he's doing great. But yeah, he probably had some he wasn't dumb. He was cool and very likable.
He drove
popular.
He drove his bitchin' Mustang to 8th grade, blaring Iron Maiden and
yeah, pretty sure. No, I think
puffing on Pall Malls.
It was probably more like Snoop or something.
Okay.
Yeah. But the dumbest argument that I always see, and I never respond, because if you make this argument, then you're just like, I just didn't know how many people were this dumb. There's every day, at least 10 people on Facebook will say, I don't understand why I can't go to a bar and drink, but people can go shopping in Walmart. Dude, you have to take your fucking mask off to drink. You don't have to take your fucking mask off in Walmart. They don't get it. Why don't they get it?
Plus, if you're at Walmart, you're there for at most like an hour, and you go to the bar, you're there for 6.
Or they say like the big box stores, where they love that's the big thing. It's like they copied and pasted it from their head idiot or whatever. But
their head idiot. There's probably a head idiot.
Or they show a line of people waiting to get into a store, and they're like, "Oh, look at all these people. Why can't we do this at the bar?" It's like, because they're not eating. Those people aren't going into that store and taking their masks off. I don't understand why people don't understand. I guess if you don't believe in a mask, then I guess that's it. But they're not saying that. They're just like, look at these people. They're all lined. They're all together in a big box store, and I can't be together in the bar. It's like, God damn it. Well, bars and restaurants, you have to take you can't eat through your mask. If you do, you got a faulty mask.
I had somebody on my Facebook page that I went to high school with bitching because their daughter can't play volleyball. And she we need volleyball back for our kids. # what's life without living?
Oh, well, that's where you went to school. I happen to know where you went to school is a huge volleyball school.
Yeah. What's life without living, Tommy?
Right. If you can't play volleyball, just put me in the grave, I guess. Huh?
Yeah. Where'd you?
Not me personally. God, I mean.
Did you read that off a sign in Hobby Lobby somewhere and decided it would do well for your purposes?
Live, laugh, love volleyball.
Right. This has been the Miserable Retail Slave Show. Thank you so much for listening. Do us a great big favor. Go to that Facebook.com. Join our Facebook group. There's going to be a public group, but I haven't got it started yet. Just so more people can find us. So that's a thing. Or join our private group if you want. And be one of our privates, In the meantime, join our Patreon page, patreon.com/miserable retail slave for exclusive content. And I think that's about it, right?
I think so. I think this was a good couple of episodes. I enjoyed our regular episode, and I enjoyed our Patreon episode too. I believe we are giving the people their money's worth.
Oh, well, then that's all that matters. If Tommy believes something, but by God, it's got to be true, because as you learn, Tommy does not tell a lie.
That's right. Call Fran. He'll tell you.
Call Fran. He'll tell you. In the meantime, stay miserable.